my name is Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, and I get a lot of questions about how to adjust your blade for the best cutting results. I'm going to show you today how to use the test cut function to do just that. So you can see here that I have the design that I want to cut selected, and I've also scanned my paper in so that I know that it fits, but I'm not sure what to set my blade at to make sure that it cuts through this particular paper. So we're going to go ahead and add a test cut. So I choose add, and then I'm going to go back to my patterns, and there you can see the test cut. Now you have several choices for test cuts. If you don't see the circle, it's because you haven't updated to the latest software, which is a free download you can get at the Brother website. So I'm going to choose the circle because I happen to have a lot of curvy patterns in my design. So it's right there. I'm going to hit set. That tiny little size is fine for me. And I'm going to drag it because I don't feel like reloading everything a million times. I'm going to drag it out here to the farthest point so I can just check it really quickly. The other thing that's important to note here is that in the new updated software, which again is free from their Brother website, I'm actually going to get this test cut prioritized, so it's going to be the first thing that the machine cuts. So when I'm ready, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to choose cut, and then I'm going to look at my blade. So I'm just going to open my blade cover, pull my blade out, and to adjust the blade is a simple rotation. So let's start at a 2, nice and light, so we're not going to cut through our mat. Pop it back in and try that out. The other thing I'm going to look at is the settings. And if you go to the second screen, you'll see cut speed and cut pressure. If you have a very detailed image, I strongly recommend that you lower the cut speed. Also, if you're cutting fabric or a slippery material like vinyl or a stencil material or something like that, I find that a slower cut speed does get me a better cut, but you can test that out using the test cut function. The other thing is cut pressure. So what's the difference between the blade depth, which we adjust directly on the blade, and the pressure? The pressure is how hard or how not hard the blade itself is pushing into the material, as opposed to depth, which is how deep the blade is. So one of the things I tell people is before cranking your blade depth on the machine way high, try out upping the cut pressure a little bit and see if that doesn't make a better cut and help avoid cutting through any mats. So I'm actually going to start this at the factory basics here, which I know them because they're right in the black squares. I'm going to try it at a cut speed of 3 and a cut pressure of 0, and I can adjust it as necessary up or down depending on how the test cut goes. Okay, so once I've adjusted my blade and I've adjusted the cut pressure and speed, I'm ready to hit the start button and we're ready to cut. And let's see how it goes. So this is the reason I put the test cut on the end, so that I can just pick up the edge and see if it went through. And I can tell that this didn't even go through at all, which probably means that instead of adjusting the blade one little turn, I might actually do it up. It was at a 2, I might do it at like a 3.5 and see how that goes. If it had gone through part way, I probably only would have done it like a half turn or something like that. So I'm going to press quick cutting, and I'm going to go back, and I'm simply going to move my little dot over because I don't want to keep cutting in the same place because I want to make sure that it's going to work on the first time. I'm going to hit OK, cut again, and start. And let's see how it goes this time. Okay, so let's pull up the edge. Aha, victory, it cut through. So now I know that I am ready to cut out my shape, so I can actually just press start and it'll start cutting my shape out for me. For more tips, tricks, and ideas, visit my blog at balzerdesigns.typepad.com or check out the ScanNCut website at scanandcut.com.